The one with the blue roof should be Ako OISHI Shrine.
If you wanna have any suggestion, give it back to you. I'ma tell you the secret why I gotta do this. Must be the money.
Hello YouTube, my name is Mike. I'm a Japanese YouTuber who started my channel 2 years ago and still broadcasting my channel called Nakagawa House, filmed mainly in Shiga Prefecture, Japan. My channel is designed to show you Japanese updated news that I think I should be sharing with you. I try to make useful resources related to Japanese stuff and show you what's going on with Japanese business, culture, education, and money from a different angle. Sometimes I make cooking videos and I go on a domestic trip for vlogging. I try to expand a wide variety of my social activities, so I don't just stick to one category, okay? I mean, I just don't make videos based on one specialized topic. Every time I come up with something interesting for me, I make one video so that I can make sure what my viewers or audiences are really looking for from my video. If you guys tell me what you are interested in, I see what I can do for you. So please leave me a comment down below, or I hit you back as soon as possible. I also update Instagram on a daily basis, so if you are also interested in Japanese local cuisine or travel, please check it out. I often tweet Japanese news and incident every day, so please go through with it in parallel. Alright, I'll stop my promotion here. Let's dive right into Nakagawa House. Today, we're gonna be reviewing two doctors who suspected of getting paid to help 51-year-old woman die. This news was reported in Yahoo News. Two doctors were arrested this week on suspicion of helping a woman suffering from a terminal disease to die by giving her lethal drug. She was so sick of ALS. Do you guys know what illness ALS is all about? I forgot the official name of ALS, but ALS is a progressive disease, which means it gets worse over time. It affects nerves in your brain and the spinal cord that controls your muscle. As your muscle gets weaker, it gets harder for you to walk, eat, talk, and breathe. Eventually, people with ALS lose control of their diaphragm, that is the muscles in the chest that helps you breathe. Then they can't breathe on their own and will need to be on a breathing machine. That's a seriously awful disease. The female patient transferred over 1 million Japanese yen to this doctor's bank account, and then they helped her to die for money. My simple question here is, do you guys think it's good or bad? In Japan, euthanasia, like mercy killing, is of course illegal, whereas in Netherlands it seems okay, but in Japan it hasn't been legalized yet. In my opinion, it is not moral to kill a person even if she is terminally sick, because this person needs a chance to live long. But there are people that disagree with me. Let's say since a coronavirus outbreak, all the people have got infected so easily from other people, and they go to hospital. Hospital beds are limited, right? And if there is no capacity, you're gonna have to go somewhere else to find. That's a reality of medical care system in Japan, and I think your country has the same problem too. Some of you might say she can take up a valuable hospital bed for those who do want to get better. If she doesn't want to live longer, then she shouldn't be allowed to take the bed and care of those who need. Others might say just because the bed is in hospital or needed by others is no reason to allow a person to die. I think that makes sense. Unless an absolute miracle happens, she will die eventually regardless of how many interventions it takes to prolong her life expectancy. Time and money could be used to help others or cure others who ain't morally wouldn't or diseased, right? I think that makes sense too. You know what? We know both opinions are very true, but what truly makes sense to you and me is really up to the family decision. I give you a clue. If I see my mom who has expressed a desire to die, I may not be able to stop her. Of course, I don't want her to kill herself or like paying money to help her die. No, that's not good. Well, I know it is not good, but if I see a terminal patient like her in my family who faces a long, slow, painful death, it may be much kinder to allow these doctors to end their life comfortably. Taking a sedative to prolong the life expectancy doesn't mean she is having a good life. How could you say I'm having a good life without talking, hearing, seeing, and breathing? What do you want to do if you simply have to wait to die? ALS is an awful disease which takes any quality of life anyway. If I imagined I've been on the bed laid down for 5 years unable to communicate, I would have wanted to die. To be honest, this is not about the good or any other belief or common sense. Everyone should have the right to say, I want to have fun as a human. I will say that life is something complicated. It is not something that we could ever realize and understand 100%, but each and every single person lives for a reason, and when someone would die, I definitely don't have the choice to choose whether or not to kill the person, even if he or she is suffering. Am I right? Yeah, maybe yes. A person would absolutely like to avoid suffering and have a relaxed life, but sometimes and mostly always things don't always turn out to be exactly like what we want. So I think it depends on how a person wants to end the life. If he or she has a terminal illness, then they will know that this is the will of God and will take it. I don't like to use the term Jesus Christ or any other religious terminology because I don't have a faith in God. I'm not Christian, but if I got the ALS, I would have believed to have wanted to die because I'm no longer human. I can't say there's a life with no suffering. Each and every person in his life has suffered from pain, stressful, sadness, and anxiety, but life is how you deal with them that matters, and not to run away because you're afraid to face them or afraid that you would suffer from your biggest fears in your life. So I would never kill a person and take the blame for my entire life, as I might someday sit alone and I ask myself a question: did I kill my mother? What happened this time was, I guess, that these two doctors were not simply murders. They might have been working in a care system with dilemma that they have to say, in many cases, it's cruel to keep her alive. I think helping a person to die for just 1 million Japanese yen, it's so cheap. I don't think they just wanted to kill her for fun. There should be no other medical way but mercy killing to release her from pain. I wanna believe so. This might be far from truth, but our legal system about the mercy killing is still unclear. But once our legal system accepts that people have a legal right to choose when to die, I believe these arrested doctors are gonna be able to be innocent. As of today, assisting a suicide attempt or mercy killing is still crime in Japan. Soon enough, we're gonna have to figure out what to do with it, and I think we're gonna have a discussion on that. But it's gonna be so hard to make the right judgment on whether or not people with ALS really wanna die. We will monitor what's going on later. Alright, this is all about today's topic. I'll call it a day. Please don't hesitate your opinion here. There should be a lot of controversial opinions. I wanna hear from you if possible. Please leave me a comment before you watch another channel. Okay, so thank you for watching again. I'll see you when I see you next time. Take it easy. Bye.